Hey guys, welcome to Gunny Sharp Talk. Doing a quick tech tip video. I went ahead and put this in a clamp. I don't usually sharpen this way or clamped when I do serrations. I wasn't planning on doing a video, but Callie said we should do one real quick on serrations. So I figured I'd do a quick tech tip. What I do is I take these diamond files, cheap files. You can get them for $7 or something at Harbor Freight. It doesn't really matter which ones, but I usually use diamond for the initial sharpening to work up a quick burr. What you do is you want ones that are either round, which my round one here isn't really big enough for the bigger one, but you want round, or you want, this looks flat, but it's not. It's got like a cup to it. And normally I would hold this, and like for you freehand people, I would hold it and sharpen that way freehand. Sometimes I'll lay it on something and do it. So usually I have these serrations facing away from me when I do this, but it works either way. So you want to lay this in the groove, and I usually will go in a scrubbing motion. You don't want to roll this over these little points. If you do that, then you're rounding the points off and you're defeating the whole purpose of sharpening it, because part of what you're doing is bringing these points back too, not just bringing an edge to the center here. One thing you can do is you can take a Sharpie and you can mark just the edge. You can mark the whole bevel. It really doesn't matter. But that'll help you know that you're staying within the groove. And I overmarked, so it will, there will be some marker left on here. I'll just take it off with alcohol. Now, if this doesn't fit all the way into the width, you can kind of take it and roll up and catch the edge there. What you're trying to do is form a burr on the back. I'm not going to unclamp this and show you how I remove the burr, but you can take a stone and lay it flat and just barely bring it up and take the burr off. You can take, for a lot of you, if you're newer to this, take the fleshy side or the rough side of a piece of leather on a strop and drag it across that and take the burr off. There's lots of different ways to take the burr off and remove the burr, but you'll want to remove the burr off the back after you create one. So I will take this and I will go down every one of these wider ones. I'm not doing it in the narrower grooves right now, as you can see. And I'm not trying to make this one really pretty or anything. This is my buddy's knife, old beater knife, and I was sharpening it up for him. And like I said, my daughter said, hey, we should do a video on that. So I figured I'd do a quick tech tip. Anyways, I'm not gonna do the whole sharpening on camera, but I would use that one in the wider grooves. I would use this round one in the narrower grooves. Like I said, you can mark it with a marker. You don't have to. This is, since I'm not used to doing it this way, a little more awkward for me. Not that it's awkward, I'm just, like I said, I'm used to holding it and facing it away from me. You don't have to have a giant burr on the back, but you do need to form a burr. You've got a burr all the way down. That quick, that simple. If I want to clean it up and make it look better, this is an America stone. is what it's called. Comes in this little alcohol pad. Comes in this little pouch with the loop on it. I carry it around as pocket stone sometimes. It reminds me a lot of a Spyderco ceramic, but I like the shape. I've got different shapes on here that I can sharpen different things, different angles. I use this side to kind of get in the groove sometimes. That, or I'll use a file. I'll have to find the right ceramic file, but they do make ceramic files also. You can also take a wooden dowel and sandpaper. If you do that, it's easier to go in one direction. Otherwise, you cut sandpaper, obviously. But I just wanted to do a quick little tech tip. I get asked quite a bit, I guess, how to sharpen serrations. That's how I do it, with just cheap files. These actually last quite a while because even as much as I sharpen knives, I don't do a ton of serrations. So they should last you a while. They wear out, just buy some new ones. They do have more expensive ones. I have personally found they don't really do any better of a job for the cost. They do last a little longer, but not a tremendous amount. So for this type of job, I just use cheap ones. Anyways, if you would, like and subscribe. Please comment down below. If you have any questions or any comments, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching.